has dropped down 2 places since the start. Round the outside line goes Danny, who now goes for the race lead, but he's fighting back on Prix for life in a minute, and the Red Bull just about holding his position. And here for round 5 is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Malou wins here in Baku. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the World Racing Championship here for the social race. A bit of a fun one this evening here in Miami, of course, where the actual Formula One was hosted only a few hours ago. And now we're here with the World Racing Championship Formula One on the Sunday evening. We're expecting a full grid. 16 drivers here at the moment, still missing 4, but I'm sure we're going to get that last 4 in due course. Normally getting drivers joining, midway through qualifying at the moment, but we have 14 minutes on the clock at this moment in time, going into a race intro and then into your main 50% race, and then of course we'll do some quick interviews with the drivers, the top 3 that want some later on. It will be the exact same format as the Tuesday races that I normally do with you guys, so it should be quite a bit of fun, and hopefully you're all looking forward to it. Hopefully you're all excited to get into it this evening. Of course, this isn't for anything. This is just for a bit of fun on the Sunday night, and something that WRC over time have got amazingly well at is putting the announcement out for this race only on the same day and getting a full grid on the same day. That is pretty incredible, and we actually had a few people lining up to race as well, so really well done then from the boys who have got everybody here tonight. 16 on the grid at the moment as F1 Mikey Boy over the line sets P3 at 126.713 and sets a 3rd place behind Samilto 2, and I Have No Grip, who clearly has a hell of a lot of grip on those softs at the moment in P1 with the 126.096. And the quickest man on the track at the moment. But 13 minutes remaining then on the clock, and the Mad Joker and Maloon down in P15 and 16 are the only 2 drivers on the grid yet to set a time this evening. Everybody else has been around. The time spread from 1 minute 26s all the way down to 1 minute 28s, and nearly every single driver is out on the track. It is a very busy track at the moment, with a few in the pit lane. Going in now, the few in the pit lane, majority out on the track at the moment. Jack is a driver I haven't seen before, and Maverick too, both out on the track. Of course, I only commentate the Tuesday division in WRC, so there is a few days that I don't see, and potentially a few drivers that I will not be seeing either. A few that I don't know here: Hi-Fi, Prancing Horse, Pooley, Brudra I am aware of, Austin Burr I don't know who that is, Maverick and Jack, and I Have No Grip as well. All drivers that I've never commentated on before, so really nice to have some new drivers here. Hopefully we get some people in the chat this evening. I'm not too sure if we're going to get too many today, though, of course, due to it being a fun race, not really counting towards anything. This is just a little bit of fun on a Sunday night then. Of course, night before Bank Holiday Monday as well, so it's going to be a nice one this evening for the drivers, not knowing they have to get up in the morning. But 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and Maloon currently gets ahead of F1 Mikey Boy on time by 1/10 of a second. Maloon in the Williams then into 3rd place, 126.668 is his quickest time. Then Mikey in 4, Jack in 5, Maverick 6, Sideman in the pit lane in 7, joined by JP here again tonight in 8, Bruiser 9, Austin Burr 10, Nova Piper in 11, 12 is Matt Connor as he crosses the line and starts a lap as Mad Mark in the chat. Hello, mates. Welcome in. Good to see you. Seen a few of your commentaries recently. Really nice to have you in the chat this evening. Glad you're joining us in the WRC stream. But Matt Connor then in P12 and currently 24% battery. Already set a time of 127.6 at the moment. Down in P12. We have 16 drivers, everybody. As I mentioned, we are expecting a full grid. Unfortunately, not everyone's here at the moment, but I believe they should be joining before the start of the race. We normally do get that, but maybe some of the drivers have fell asleep. We've started very late tonight, 9 p.m. in the UK. Usually, we get going at 8 o'clock here for the World Racing Championship, but of course, the Formula One started at, I think it was 6 British time, and we've started this at 8 tonight. But of course all the races in the week will be the same time, so do not worry. As Matt Connor, the only driver really on the track on the lap, but he spins around and very nearly into the barrier there, just about saves his back end. Nice to know you watched me on Humboldt. Oh mate, I've seen quite a bit of you recently. I really have. I can't remember what league I joined, but I think it was the Sunday Drive or something like that. The Sunday Drive F1. I think you commentate that one because I saw the Twitch notifications coming up and I had a look. But good stuff from you, mate. Really good stuff. But thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. As Matt Connor on his way around, but did very nearly hit the barrier there. He sorted that out very quickly, hasn't he? But many drivers on their out laps, and the track all of a sudden getting much busier once again. 9 minutes remaining of this session. And I'll reiterate it, this is not for anything. This is just a bit of a fun race, of course, social race here in WRC. But we know what these drivers are like. They're very competitive, and we're going to get some absolutely brilliant action this evening. We always do in this league. So I'm very much looking forward to get into this. Marmite, kind of. Oh, mate. No, you've got some good stuff. I do like it. But yeah, like I said, many drivers on their out laps at the minute, and JP, it looks like he's on a flying lap at the minute, making his way around. But yeah, 8 minutes remaining of this session, and still 16 joining us here at the moment. We were expecting full grid. It's a shame to see that we haven't unfortunately got it, because we did have people lining up to join as well after the 20 that we had originally, but it's a shame to see. It's fine. Anyway, 16 drivers here, still going to be some good action, and JP's looking pretty good. 0.6 of a second found then throughout this lap at the moment, and flying up towards the Hard Rock Stadium. Here we go then for JP across the line from P9 on the grid all the way up to P3 with a 26.364 here in qualifying, so that's a very nice time indeed. Does JP gets onto the second row of the grid this evening. As Milk needs an invite, I'm going to see if I've got him. Might be able to help him out. Milk, I'll see what I can do for you, mate. I don't know if I've got you added or not. No, I don't think I've got him. Sorry, guys. Someone else is going to have to do it. Do you need one? Is a Zap, if you want to join, mate, get yourself in. Get yourself in here. Bit of a fun race this evening, as you all know. And the WRC boys always bring the action. Maverick over the line, sets third place, flying up into the second row of the grid. Does Maverick in the Ferrari. His teammate, I Have No Grip, currently on pole position. Of course, he took that at the very start, and nobody has been able to beat it as of yet. It's been a really good time, and the quickest time on the grid at this moment. But 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Who is going to be on pole position for the social race this evening? Right then, everybody, drivers coming out on laps again. The track at the minute pretty quiet here for the Miami Grand Prix qualifying session, but the Scuderia Ferrari of I Have No Grip back on the track with 5 minutes remaining, and currently with the very start set a 1 minute 26.096, the quickest time on the track at the moment by about a tenth of a second over Samilton in second place. The Ferrari on an out lap and getting ready to go round again. Remember, that was his first time of the afternoon, and it was quickest by quite a bit, to be fair. So what is his next time going to be? It's going to be quick. Milk joins the session as well, so that'll be 17 drivers for the main race. And that should be quite exciting indeed. But that will be 17 drivers. Grip as your pole sitter, and soon to start a lap. Maloon, I believe, already on his way around in the medium ERS mode at the minute. Hi-Fi down in 12. He is 7 seconds down, looking like he's waiting for one more chance now around the final corner. I think this will be another lap for him. The kick Sauber up towards the line here, or potentially into the pit lane, but it's looking like a lap, and it is a lap then as he activates the ERS all the way down towards turn 1. The DRS activated as well for the kick Sauber as he crosses the line. And Prancing Horse, his teammate down in 14. He improves by 3/10 of a second so far through that first sector. And through the middle sector he goes. Yellow flags in front of him as well as a Williams, I believe that is, or it could be an Alpine, heading slowly down that main straight. But here comes the kick round and down the back straight here in Miami. He's up by 0.05 of a second then in the middle sector, as Zazapi will be joining this session soon as well for the fun race this evening. Here in the World Racing Championship, only 3 minutes remaining of qualifying with 17 drivers. We'll be 18 in a minute as Zazapi needs an invite. I'll get you in, mate, no worries, hang on a minute. If I've got you added, unless you're not online yet. I've got too many people on here. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, Zappy, I don't think I have you, mate. You might need to get somebody else to add you in, sorry. As I Have No Grip over the line, it's a 25.8, the first driver into the 1 minute 25s this evening with a 2.5 improvement. Sticks it on provisional pole by even further, does the Ferrari. His teammate, P3, and there's about half a second between them. That is the gap at the minute. Samilton sits between the two Ferraris in 2 with the 26.256, and on his way out of the pit lane now with only 2 minutes remaining of the session. It'll be 18 drivers when Zazapi joins as well, so very near that full grid that we were promised. But the final lap times of qualifying coming in now then. Soon to be 18 drivers. Best Noah in the chat as well. It's been a while, mate. Good to see you. Welcome back. As the final times of the evening are soon to be set. F1 Mikey boy, as of recent, his qualifying pace is pretty up and down. He can be... Recently, I've seen him start quite far back, but his race pace is a hell of a lot better. And going into the main race, he usually is able to pick up quite a few places. As I mentioned last week, he was able to gain quite a lot of places off the start. You seem to see it on TikTok. No, I'm good, mate. Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're doing well. But 50 seconds left. Mikey on a lap around and all the way down towards the final few corners here in Miami. Can this Racing Bull gain any places? Currently down in 7th position at the minute, but looking to make an improvement. To get a place up at the minute, he needs 0.04 of a second, and it's looking pretty quick and promising so far. Mikey over the line. He improves to the front row of the grid, does the Racing Bull. A 25.9. The second driver now into the 1 minute 25s. Improves massively this evening. Now on the front row of the grid with the Ferrari at the very end then. Sets a brilliant time, does Mikey. Samilton then in third, currently running through on a lap around. And the Mad Joker does get disqualified from the session, as well as Matt Connor. Both drivers out of this session tonight, with the Prancing Horse too, all out of qualifying this evening. But with about no time left in qualifying, as the checkered flag flies, Grip currently on provisional pole, but will it be beaten with drivers on their final lap times of the day? Maverick on his way around. JP as well is a promising driver in the Racing Bull. He very nearly won last week, actually, in the Tuesday division, and now makes his way down the back straight. Does that Racing Bull, does he have a teammate tonight? He does. It is F1 Mikey Boy, both of them doing pretty well so far. But JP might just be on for a decent time here. Already top 5. And with an improvement in the first and second sectors, the final sector's surely got to be good then for this Racing Bull. Up towards the line with the DRS activated for him. It's a place gained. Now onto the second row of the grid, just behind Samilto. Drops Maverick down a place, who is improving by 0.3 of a second here. This is enough to gain up to 4th again. The Ferrari over the line. Maverick into P4, then knocks JP off the spot in P4. Maverick now a place gained here in qualifying. P4 he will start. Is there any more times? It isn't looking like it. Nova Piper improves to P7, but that is it for qualifying. And I Have No Grip in the Ferrari takes pole position ahead of F1 Mikey Boy in the front row of the grid in second place. Next up is the race intro, but we'll get your results for qualifying in a moment's time. That was a very nice qualifying. We have 4 drivers in the 1:25s, which is very, very nice indeed. Here is your results then, everybody. For the qualifying session, I Have No Grip in the Ferrari. A 10th of a second, then he takes pole by over F1 Mikey Boy on the front row of the grid with him in second place. Samilto and Maverick then, P3 and P4, joined by JP and Maloon, 5 and 6. Nova Piper comes in 7 with Sidemen 8, Jack 9 and Bruiser in P10. Next up is your Grand Prix, but the intro to come first. Has dropped down 2 places since the start. Round the outside line goes Danny, who now goes for the race lead, but he's fighting back on Prix for life in a minute, and the Red Bull just about holding his position. And here for round 5 is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Maloon wins here in Baku. Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We arrive here in Miami for the social race of the World Racing Championship. Quite an unexpected one this evening, but at the venue where, of course, the real Formula 1 was hosted only a few hours ago. And now we get to do it with all of the WRC boys around a 3.3 mile long circuit. 19 corners then across the entirety of it, and 3 DRS zones, which is very, very nice indeed. Of course, that means a lot of overtakes and a lot of opportunities for it. As the tyres that Pirelli offer us then, the soft, the medium and the hard, of course, we should not be needing the wets today. It's the soft C5, C4 the medium, and the C3 is the hard. As the drivers should be getting on with their formation lap right now. Hopefully perfect timing. It is perfect timing. The drivers on their formation lap now then. 18 people joining us for the Grand Prix. That is a final number now, a final figure, and looking forward to get into it now after qualifying. A few drivers in here, I believe, that didn't set a time in qualifying, but majority did. So we are on for a very nice one indeed. I Have No Grip on pole position in the Ferrari as your leader. Will he be able to hold it is the question. I'm very excited to see Mikey off the start. He's really, really good off the start line, and today starts from second place. It's looking like potentially a win here for the Racing Bull, but I've never seen this Ferrari up front race before, so I might be in for a bit of a surprise. We'll find out. See you in a bit, Noah. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. But strategy, of course, coming into play today with a 50% race, half of the usual full race distance that you get that, of course, was used earlier on at 6 o'clock for the actual Formula One race in Miami. But still, strategy comes into play massively, especially here in Miami. And track temperatures a lot higher than certain other tracks. There's strategy on your screen then, the 2-stop and the 3-stop. Some drivers might be able to make the 1-stop work, but the 2-stop usually is the best option to go for in terms of tyre wear and stuff. But the drivers line up on the grid then, and we have I Have No Grip to line up at the front. At the back, it'll be the Mad Joker, but he's a little bit further behind. Well, here we go then. Of course, this race not counting towards anything, but quite a nice one in the evening before the bank holiday. And I Have No Grip on pole position ahead of Mikey Boy on second place. 5 lights ahead of the drivers here in Miami, and they get away very well indeed. I Have No Grip in the Ferrari off the line well. Can Mikey try and get him into turn 1? He is not able to. And I Have No Grip has too much grip in towards turn 1. He took pole, now leads ahead of Mikey in second place. Maverick in third, then Samulto 4 as the drivers head through the first few very cleanly indeed, apart from one driver at the back of Malone, who's gone round and finds himself in the barrier. The Williams at the back of the grid then spins the car around, gets back onto the track, but down in P18 now, fallen to the back at the very start and crashes intentionally into the barrier then. Of course, not counted towards anything, but he does bring out a virtual safety car at the start. Oh, Malone, why have you done that? So we've got a virtual safety car at the very start. At least it's not a full safety car, and the drivers will get away with it very, very quickly. If we had a full safety car, we'd have to wait a few laps, and that would take a lot longer. At least we can get on with it as quickly as possible. But the Ferrari in front gets away well. He's got 1.5 seconds gap to F1 Mikey Boy. And 1.5 seconds gained, not even in one lap, is pretty damn good. Mikey falling short a little bit here. He's got Maverick behind him as well, and the 2 Ferraris working really, really well. JP he's not too far off here and might be able to give his teammate a bit of a helping hand if he can get through past Samulto and Maverick. But still be behind a virtual safety car, which should get away fairly soon. It was a really clean start for the drivers, and you can visually see the gap between the leading driver and the guys behind. Really good start from I Have No Grip. As we just wait for the lights to turn green, heading round up towards the line here in Miami. A long chain of drivers, of course. Just after the race start, we get a VSC, so everybody all within a few tenths of a second. And now the DRS gets enabled as green flags fly across the track. And I Have No Grip gets away well, but 8/10 of a second the gap then to Mikey behind, who is bringing the gap down slightly. Maverick runs in third then with Samulto 4, and some position change at the back here as Austin gets through past Jack now. Into P8 he goes. Jack drops down a place. He's got the Prancing Horse as well behind him, who's getting ever closer. But the Mercedes in front of that now pushes the Alpine off the side of the track, up the inside for the Kick Sauber, who makes a place, and they're all switching back underneath here. The Alpine is going to try and make a double overtake all the way down the back straight here in Miami. He's going to go through past 1, he goes through past 2, and it's Austin now into 8th place. Jack drops a place. Prancing Horse now drops another place as well, down to 10. Jack up another one. As Nova Piper now sends it up the inside line as well of JP. JP, not normally losing positions, but today Nova Piper's managed to get the best of him. Gets through into P5. Samulto in 4. Maverick, Mikey, and I Have No Grip still running in the top 3, looking really, really good at the moment. But Mikey, with the first overtake of the afternoon for him, F1 Mikey Boy leads the Miami Grand Prix, gets ahead of the Ferrari, now beating both Scuderias here on lap 2 of 29. Mikey leads. I Have No Grip 2. His teammates behind him then. Samulto in 4. JP gets ahead then of Sideman and Nova Piper here. JP up 2 places there. Gets in front now behind. These guys are giving it a good go. Nova Piper's got Sidemen bringing in the action. Can this Alpine get him round the outside line? He's going to have to brake later if he wants this position. He's done it. And through goes Sidemen. Gets a place gained. as we have got the Mad Joker and Malone both out of the session then on the first few laps of the race here. Samilto gets into P3 as Maverick drops a place here down to 4, and some really good action on the start here on the third lap of 29. A long way to go in this Grand Prix. He's up the inside line trying it there, Maverick, but Samilto cuts him off, and the Ferrari has to wait behind then to keep it safe for a moment. But he's going to gain again. The Red Bull weaving as much as he can now to try and break the toe. This Ferrari's not having none of it, and he looks for the outside now. Can he make this place? He wants third place now. This is for the podium, for the Ferrari. Wheel banging with the Red Bull, who is not wanting to let him through. Not wanting to let off either. Samilto wedges himself through. The Ferrari makes contact. It is wing damage for Maverick here. You can see a bit of the front wing flying off into the distance as Zazapi retires from the session, and that brings out a full safety car on lap 3 of 29. 26 laps remaining, and we've already had a virtual safety car and a full safety car. This is going a little bit mad on the first few laps. As Ollie Southall, Sidemen JP and Nova are rather as fierce as Max and Hamilton in 2021. Absolutely right. Well, the drivers into the pit lane. We have got a full safety car. This means we're going to see some drivers making early pit stops now. And when you see a safety car this early on, the strategy is out of the window completely. It really, really is. It's high-five with a 10-second time penalty. So many drivers in the pit lane, then the only drivers not to is Austin, Matt Connor, Samilto, and I have no grip. The pole sitter decides to stay out. He is on the 3-lap-old mediums, the same as the three drivers behind him. But everybody else other than that have made pit stops then, all onto the brand new hard compound, which they're most likely gonna take it till the remaining 10 laps possibly, or the remaining 8 laps, and then go on to softs or mediums till the end. Probably mediums then till the end. But we'll see what they decide to do. It's a long way away, that is. Well, some talk about the prancing horse causing a lot of incidents. Actually, apparently causing the Zazapi incident as well. So we're gonna keep watching this and see if it progresses. He hasn't got any wing damage. Potentially did earlier on, but of course you can see he's been into the pit lane recently. But Zazapi, the Mad Joker, and Malone all out. Only 4 laps in, we lose 3 drivers, which is not very good at the minute, but hopefully, as time goes on, it's going to get slightly better. We have a full safety car still, and we cross the line once more. I believe this will be the final lap round now when we cross the line. But the top 4 all on medium compound tyres. And let's have a look. Who's out of position at the moment then? JP's down in P11, and I'd expect him to be higher. However, he did make a pit stop, which maybe explains why he's lower down. But then you would think he'd be a little bit higher than that anyway, so I'm not too sure. JP in 11 at the minute, though, quite far back. Surely that's going to change as time goes on. Jacques goes a little bit wide here. He tries to join in the mix. I think loses a few places. He does then as JP gains a place and gets into P11. Jacques then gets into 10 in the drivers move up places. Well, this should be the final lap around with a safety car, and we're going to find that out in a moment. You normally find it out at the end of the second sector, which is coming up in a few moments' time. You can see the big green circle on the map. That is the end of the second sector. and we're going to probably get told now. Or no, never mind. Maybe it's going to be left later, or maybe we just have another lap around the safety car, which is extremely long. It's not really necessary either, because Hi-Fi is the only driver not to catch up with it. But yeah, it's another lap with the safety car then. One more lap around. It will be lap 7 when we go racing. Yeah, definitely lap 7 when we go racing. Then we're on the 6th lap at the moment, and the drivers making their way around. The only driver not to be behind the safety car pack at the minute is Hi-Fi in the Kick Sauber at the very back of the grid this evening. Across the line he goes. I'm sure he'll catch up before the safety car gets going, but in doing so, he's going to have to really work his tyres hard then to catch up. Well, here we go then. The safety car leads the drivers through the final few corners of this second sector. Now we're going to head up towards the final third of the track and hopefully get racing again very soon. It's going to be announced in a moment. It should be announced in a moment. As we wait for the call, it's now. Safety car in this lap, finally. I am looking forward to get into this. What's the best rivalry in WRC history? My mind's gone blank of who won the championship, Season 1. But the Season 1 championship winner, Mikey Boy, that was really good for me. I think that was very good. Who won the championship, Season 1 now? I cannot remember at all. Billy Mewis, there we go. It's a driver I feel like I don't see very often anymore. But I have no grip then. Gets through and leads the Grand Prix this evening in the Ferrari. Samilto 2, then Austin running in 3rd, Matt Connor 4. Remember, the top 4 then are all on mediums. They have not made a pit stop since the safety car. 6-lap-old mediums, which aren't going to feel as old as they are because, of course, they've not really been pushing them for a few laps. They've been behind the safety car for 3 laps here. The 7th lap begins then. And the backside then, Prancing Horse, who's been in a few collisions with many drivers today, making an overtake through past Bruiser, who just dropped down to P14 on the 7th lap. We go up to I have no grip then, who leads by 0.6 of a second. And Sidemen and F1 Mikey Boy as well having a bit of a scrap here. Sidemen gets through to P5 at the minute as F1 Mikey Boy drops down a position in the Racing Bull. But he ain't too far away here to make it back. Nearly a warning there as well, actually, as he cuts the corner slightly. And now down onto the back straight we go with Mikey, who started up in 2nd place but been in the pit lane since then. Sidemen's already making an overtake on Matt Connor here as well as he positions himself up the inside. There, an easy overtake for Sidemen as he claims 4th place. Mikey's watching this all unfold, waiting for his opportunity. As DRS is enabled once again after the safety car, and Mikey can see all this unfolding as Sidemen up the inside of Austin Burr, who switches back. Not able to claim that again though. There's now Maverick and Nova as well through the first few. Maverick sends it way too deep as Nova Piper now will get a place. He's going to try and go around the outside line here. The McLaren sticking it through, but the Ferrari's just about holding his own here, and Nova's going to have to wait. Now switching back underneath though, not leaving any room for error, sending that McLaren up the inside. Will the Ferrari give him a bit of room here? He's not going to give him a bit of room. And through goes Maverick into P7. Mikey in 6. who has got Matt Connor in front of him, and they're all following in a chain now down towards the left-hander. As I Have No Grip gets through past Samulto. Samulto gets through past the Ferrari leading. Is Samulto going to lead the Miami Grand Prix? He's on the outside line here, but he can try and hold it then with a bit of extra speed and grip. He does get through. Samulto leads for the first time this evening. Ahead goes the Red Bull. What a move. What a move for Samulto. He's through and leading the Miami Grand Prix on lap 8 of 29. I Have No Grip in 2 then with Sidemen 3. Austin Burr 4. F1 Mikey Boy 5. Matt Connor 6. Nova Piper 7. Let's look at this. Mikey Boy at the inside line in 4th place at the minute, but he's squeezing Austin nearly into the barrier here, side by side as they make their way through and towards the line with a three abreast battle up in towards the final corner as well. I Have No Grip heads it at the moment. Now Samulto, heads it in the lead. Is Sideman going to claim second place here, though? The Ferrari's been leading pretty much all race long, but now finally he's got drivers swarming him and bringing the action to him. He's now spun the car around and sideways he goes on the circuit, backs into the barrier as well. From leading this race only a few moments ago to down into P13, I think that's his race over. Down at the back, brings himself back on. That is such a shame then. He's going to have to try and do a last to first now down in P14. He's got a lot of places to gain again if he wants to get back up there. Samulto now is your leader of the Miami race with 20 laps remaining. Mikey behind him. Mikey going for the Grand Prix win today. Looks for the move up the inside. Waits for it, and potentially that is strategic. It's Prancing Horse with a 3-second time penalty, and we are racing down in towards the final few on the 9th lap of 29. F1 Mikey Boy leads the Miami Grand Prix for the first time this evening. Of course, not counting towards anything, but he was so far down earlier on, and look at where he is now. Back up then to P1 in the Racing Bull. He's absolutely flying today, and with only 19 laps he can absolutely take this. Still strategy involved then, as we're going to have to get some more pit stops coming in for the drivers, but I am very much looking forward to see who's going to come out on top in due course. We'll find out. Mikey leads though as Samulto 2. Mikey of course has been in the pit lane for new tyres as well, so he can go very long on these 6-lap-old hards. Got a lot of life left in them as JP now picks up the second penalty of the evening for the drivers. And it is a 3-second to his name. Behind that as well, positions changing as I Have No Grip retires from the session in the pit lane. Good job it was in the pit lane, because we would have had a safety car if not. Oh, contact here. Prancing Horse on the backside of Bruiser. That is the first collision I've seen him involved in. Oh, okay, that was pretty bad. Okay, I'm glad I've caught that on stream. Prancing Horse, that was horrific driving standards from him. And he needs to be gone, in my opinion. That was intentional. That was horrendous then from Prancing Horse. I'm glad that was caught on stream, because I think that might just get him removed. Intentionally crashing into one of the drivers there then, as he runs down in P11 with no wing at all on his car, but I think that's his WRC racing days done. Look at the action from the front then. Samulto leading still, but Mikey tries to regain it, nearly 3 abreast in towards turn 1. Can F1 Mikey Boy get through again past the Red Bull? They're side by side through the first few corners, and Mikey is the race leader now, once again back ahead. Samulto running in second place, and Sidemen's now on the scene as well, as Prancing Horse retires from the session and gets a 10-second penalty then just before. But look at the action from the front, saying this is a fun race. You cannot get better than this, can you? F1 Mikey Boy is your leader still, ahead of Sidemen, somehow holding it. Sidemen gets up a place into second place this evening. Milk's come out of nowhere. Where has Milk come from today? In the Mercedes, he gets up into third. Samulto down to 4 then, as JP is in the action as well. What is going on at the front of the pack today? It is F1 Mikey Boy trying to hold off Sidemen as they are level pegging through the left-hand side, sorry. And Mikey's still holding it, but how long for? Because the pressure is absolutely mounting on the backside of him. Look at this action then through the final corner, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey Boy leads. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. JP's got caught in the barrier with a McLaren of Nova Piper. Both drivers into the wall for a bit as Austin in the pit lane as well as JP now. And also Nova Piper as well, who now retires from the session this evening. A lot of drivers retiring tonight. As Pooley has got a lot of wing damage too. Nova Piper, Prancing Horse, Bruiser, I Have No Grips, Zazapi the Mad Joker and Maloon all out of the Grand Prix this evening. A lot of drivers gone. Crazy, crazy action as well from the front. Really, really good stuff from the remaining drivers at the front of this pack this evening. Milk is actually not far away from a race win here as well. He might just try and thread the needle between these two now in towards the lead of the Grand Prix. Milk's trying to get through past Mikey here, mounting himself on the outside. Is he going to be able to get through? I don't think he's got enough grip or speed at the minute. He's going to try and hold it though as Mikey gets pushed off wide shortly. Oh, he can't get through. The Mercedes still having to hold third place on the podium still for him, so all positives, but Sidemen and Mikey managing to hold those places ahead. Side by side in towards the final few corners. Mikey and Sidemen fighting for the Grand Prix lead, and the Racing Bull has held it for a moment. I believe he's going to hold it as well up towards the line, but how long for? Because the DRS will be activated for Sidemen here, I believe. Rear wing should get open down the main straight. Same with Milk as well, all leading into the first corner, but no overtakes on the 13th lap of 29. Well, pit stops then for Sam Walto and Matt Connor, both coming out of the pit lane, finally getting those old mediums changed. The oldest tyres we've got here now is Mikey Boy in the Grand Prix lead. He's got Sidemen and Milk behind him. Here's Milk in third then. Looking like we're going to get a post-race interview with him as he looks for the outside line here on Sidemen. Will it be an overtake on him? I'm not too sure if it will. He's going to do what he can here in the Mercedes. Looks for the outside. Can Milk get through past Sidemen for a brief moment in time? I think he will for a minute. Holding the place, the Mercedes has absolutely done it, leading that little battle there into second place. Does Milk? Position changes at the back as well, and Matt Connor and Austin Burr are having a bit of a scrap at the back. Through goes Austin into 7 as Matt Connor does lose a place here, and Austin now on the backside of Hi-Fi, potentially eyeing up an overtake on him when he can. Looks for a move here, through past the kick Sauber. Will it be an overtake on him? It will be, and quite a nice one indeed. Through he goes into P6. As F1 Mikey Boy is still your leader, and now half a second to Milk behind on lap 14 of 28. We're about half race distance now here in Miami. As Samilto picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and we have Mikey trying to hold Milk at bay here. Milk getting ever closer to him. It was once half a second the gap. Now 3 tenths. Then went back up to 5. And now down the back straight, the car's lagging all over the place. Then, but can Milk now finally make that overtake on F1 Mikey Boy? Milk with a little bit of pace here and a bit of DRS2 to help him make that overtake on Mikey, gaining then on the backside of the Racing Bull. Will it be a move? He's going to have to make it late if he wants to get ahead. No, he tucks in behind him. He's going to get the DRS now down the main straight. That might have been the better call for him, as he's now right on the backside. The back end sliding out shortly, but manages to hold it. Will he get the DRS? He does. Will the DRS help him is another question. He looks for the outside line. Still not really enough here to fully make that overtake as the Racing Bull holds it. Can Milk make an overtake for the Grand Prix lead? We've been waiting for it for a long time. Milk has absolutely sent the car through past Mikey, and it has worked this time around. On lap 15 to 29, he leads the Miami Grand Prix. He started 16 places back. This man started in P17. He now leads on decent tyres as well. He's really driving well at the minute, and of course only a fun race, but some good practice tonight for him as Mikey now tries to retake it, and he does retake it really, really easily here with the help of DRS as well as the rear wing got open. "16 laps in, 13 more to go. Mikey leads. And let's go back over it as well. Maverick, Nova, Prancing Horse, Bruiser, I Have No Grip, Zazapi, the Mad Joker, and Maloon are all out of this Grand Prix. That is a big retiree list with 10 drivers still here. We've lost 8. We've still got 10 at the minute. But, of course, given it's a fun race, that is why you get many drivers retiring. There's no points to run for, so if they're not doing well, they just retire, you know. And that is how it goes in these kind of races. But, of course, not a bad reflection on the league by any means. This is just because it's a fun race. Doesn't really matter too much. But F1 Mikey Boy leading, and Milk's not far behind him here this time. 3/10 of a second behind with the help of DRS down the back straight he'll get. Mikey tries to move out of the way to break the toe momentarily. Now the Mercedes will get the rear wing open and now gaining on the Grand Prix leader. Is he going to be able to get through back ahead? He's always a little bit too far back. He always falls short down in towards that corner. As we have a pit stop for Sidemen in the pit lane now, getting on some new tyres. Is Matt Mark in the chat again? Good to see you, mate. I didn't know you were still in here. Glad you're still here. We had a bit of a crazy race, of course. Yellow flags as well. Virtual safety car here in a minute. Apparently, Pooley just started using no traction control. That's what Matt Mark's telling us. And due to the VSC, we have got Austin, Burr and Hi-Fi both in the pit lane, both coming out on new mediums. Hi-Fi's on 1 lap old mediums. These might have been the ones that he went off on the start. But still under the VSC conditions, and Milk is right behind Mikey here. He has got a chance here of getting a good jump on him. He has got a good chance, but it depends on what Mikey's reactions are. Oh, there we go then. Samilton with the drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. And we go racing again then. Milk doesn't get a bad jump on Mikey here as he dives into the pit lane. Doesn't let Milk react at all. And Mikey now in 13 lap old mediums, hards. He is going to change them right away, and it's going to be the mediums, I believe, till the end here, potentially. Never mind, hards again. He can do that as well because he started at the mediums, so fair enough. Decent strategy then for Mikey. As Sam will tow with a 10-second time penalty as he enters the pit lane, and now another driver retiring from the session. Glad I haven't missed this, especially what you caught on stream. Yeah, I did catch, I caught Prancing Horse a little bit red-handed, didn't I? I don't know if he's going to get removed or not. I know it's only a social race, but with standards like that, if they're going to race like that in this, what are they going to race like in, you know, in the actual stuff? So if I was owner, looking at looking at what I saw there, it's not looking good for him. But 9 drivers left in this race. We have lost quite a few, unfortunately. It is what it is, though. Social race, of course. Mikey gets through past Matt Connor now as he goes into 3rd. We've got Sidemen in 2nd place, and Milk now making a pit stop in 1. Now, watch this now. Mikey's made a pit stop already. He went just before Milk. What's this going to look like then for the 2 drivers? Who's going to come out in front of who? Is Mikey going to come out in front of Milk here? It's looking like it, and by quite a bit as well. That has worked out insanely well, hasn't it? Look at that. Mikey boy coming out ahead of the Mercedes. Just about. It is nearly level pegging here as we've got Mikey coming out in 2nd place and Milk in 3rd. Sidemen leading as well on the 2-lap-old hards now. So all the drivers here really are pretty much on up-to-date tyres. Apart from JP down in 5, his tyres on 7 laps. Quite a bit older than some of the drivers around him. Matt Connor as well on 6-lap-old hards. They're starting to age as Jack gets through past JP now into P5. And JP goes off the track. But lap 19 to 29, we only have 10 laps left of racing. And Sidemen is your leader by 2 seconds. I was not expecting him to lead today, but he's been really consistent with the action and racing. So at the minute, the leading driver of this Grand Prix, and only 1 driver with a time penalty as well of JP with 3 seconds. There would be more, but we have lost a lot. There's Mikey Boy with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as we cross the line with only 9 laps left. Matt Connor now makes a pit stop on the 6-lap-old, now 7-lap-old hards. Gets them changed to, it's looking like the hards again, potentially, or mediums. It is the hards again now for 9 laps. Matt Connor, hard compound till the end. He's going to make them last quite easily then. Hards for 9 laps should not be bad at all. As Global Formula 1 Racing with the follow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed for that. On the Jack Crossley Comms channel, which we're live on at the minute, as well as the WRC. Of course, the Jack Crossley Comms, we are on the road to the 1K followers, 800 and something at the moment, 830, 40, something like that. And we will get there by the end of the year, of course, hopefully. But cheers for the follow, I appreciate it. Matt Connor then gets ahead of JP. JP now trying to fight back, gaining as much as he can here on Matt Connor, but not able to get close enough. And Luke West for the follow as well. Luke, of course, who I was talking to earlier, does join us in the chat like he said he was. Good to see you, mate. Glad you're joining us this evening. Got to drop a follow on the personal account too. Thanks, mate. 840 followers now we've got on the Jack Crossley Comms. Really nice to see. Thanks a lot, guys. Good to see you, Luke. I'm very good, mate. Hopefully you're doing well. As JP now makes a pit stop in the 9-lap-old hards and the Racing Bull coming in to get those changed. Hard compound to the hard compound again, coming out of the pit lane as the front wing gets changed first of all. Thanks, Shannon, man. I appreciate it, mate. Decent race so far, Luke? Yes, mate. Very good so far. We've had a lot of drivers retiring, But as I was saying earlier, it's not a bad reflection on the league at all. This is just because it's a social race. It's a fun race this evening. Not really racing for anything, just a quick, fun race before the bank holiday Monday. It's been quite fun so far. A lot of drivers retiring because there's no points to race for. There's been a few incidents here and there, but on the whole, really fun race, especially from the drivers up at the front. From lap 10 to lap 15, there was some crazy action going on at the front. And really, really interesting to watch. As Sidemen on lap 21 to 29, starting lap 22, he leads ahead of F1 Mikey Boy. Mikey running in 2, could be your race winner tonight. Don't count Milk out either, but this top 3, any of them could be your winner. Anybody else on the track, I don't think they could really be in with a chance of winning yet, or today even, but the top 3 here, any of them could take it in my opinion. And I'm very much looking forward to find out which driver that is. Could it be Sidemen, Mikey, or Milk? Either one of them is worthy of it. And I would love to see Milk take it, to be honest. I really would. I've not seen Milk take a win for a long time. I'd like to see Mikey take it as well. I've not seen him take a win for a little bit, but if Sidemen takes it, he has earned it today. But will he take it? Because Mikey now looks for the outside line, and he is going to try and make an overtake here as he breaks slightly later in the Racing Bull to allow himself the inside line here, and he does get it through. Mikey now leads the Miami Grand Prix once again. Multiple times he's been in his position this evening. Now back again through is the Racing Bull. He now has to hold it for only a few laps of racing left. We've had a few virtual safety cars. We've had one full safety car as well. Hopefully no more safety cars till the end. But Mikey leads. The Sidemen now in 2. Milk drops off slightly because the top 2 are really bringing the action to each other. Sideman makes a lunge up the inside in the Alpine. It's going to send him a little bit too deep, and this is going to bring the Mercedes in now. Milk up the inside line as Sidemen drops a place. Through goes the Mercedes and Milk into P2. What a place there again from Milk as Mikey still leads, trying to keep himself in front, but he can see in his mirrors the action from behind as Milk and Sidemen change places. Really nice action at the moment. And Milk now running in 2nd place in tonight's Grand Prix. But lap 23 of 29 and only about 6 laps of racing remaining. Hopefully everyone in the chat have enjoyed the action tonight. It's actually been really, really fun to watch and commentate. Milk up the inside. The Mercedes now leads the Miami Grand Prix. How long for? Mikey's now trying to fight back and switch back underneath. No room to make it through. And the Racing Bull of Mikey does have to hold back and wait around. Milk now leads the Miami Grand Prix, out and ahead. A really good race from him so far then. Let me remind you, he started P17 today, and look where he is now, on the road to win this race. But Mikey's going to try and take it back, and he looks for the outside. At a bit of a disadvantage here, but he does try and take the speed round the final corner, up towards the line here in Miami. The Mercedes has managed to hold it. Who's going to get the DRS here then? It's looking like the Racing Bull of Mikey as he gets it activated, but Milk using all of his battery now that he's got left in towards turn 1 to defend. But I was not expecting Milk to be your race leader. After Sidemen, of course, going deep, that brought Milk in. But as I mentioned at the very start of this stream, as Mikey does get through past the leader again, now leads the Miami Grand Prix. As I did mention at the start of the stream, this is the same format as my usual Tuesday racing here in WRC. So we've had qualifying, then we had the race intro, now we've got the race, and then we will be interviewing the top 3 drivers if they want one. I know Milk will definitely want the interview. Mikey, I'm sure, will talk as well. And Sidemen in 3rd. I think Sidemen will give us a chat, so it should be quite a fun one tonight. As JP now retires, oh, no way. A full safety car is deployed on the final few laps. Mark says any of the top 3 deserve this win. I absolutely agree with that. The top 3, they're all equally as good as each other, and they've really all give good racing and action as they all go into the pit lane. Surely it's the softs till the end for all of them. Is it a soft showdown for every single one of them? It is a soft showdown for the final few laps. Milk ahead, Mikey 2, Sidemen 3, and the rest of the pack will come into the pit lane now. It's looking like softs till the end for everybody. Jack comes in as well. Austin Burr with a 10-second time penalty. But it's going to be softs now for nearly every single driver. I think Austin and Hi-Fi are going to do the same as they're in the pit lane now. Coming in, brand new tyres for Austin. He's on the 11-lap old mediums here. Never mind. Deck joins in the chat. No Billy Mewis. Well, this is a social race, first of all, so it's kind of anybody really. But I don't think Billy races much anymore. To be honest, I don't really see him much anymore. But what an iconic driver he is. World champion in Season 1 of WRC. I do like this league. I think it is definitely my favourite one that I do. One, because of the amount of, battles and action and the racing. It's brilliant. But also, I've been here since the very first race of this league. Season 1, Round 1. And now here we are, 3 seasons in. It's been a long time. Chanaman, he's, oh my God. Is that actually why he doesn't race anymore? Surely not. No way. Needs to sort himself out. I think he's forgot who he is. But lap 25 or 29. Now 26 to 29, and we only have a few more. 3 more laps of racing. We should be racing next lap, hopefully. If not, the lap after that, but it should be next lap. Still a few drivers to catch up behind the safety car. And then we'll get racing and get on with the final few laps of this social race Grand Prix. It's been quite fun to commentate tonight. My second race of the evening as well, of the day actually, after doing an Australian league at 10:30 in the morning, and now this one at 9 in the evening. It's been a pretty chill day, 2 commentaries, but it never feels too bad when you split them up, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. How many of these retired in the pit lane, Jackson Zappy? I'm not too sure. Quite a lot of them, Zappy. A lot of them did. Dex says I got banned from WRC in Season 1. What season are they on now? First of all, you got banned from WRC. I never knew that. I never knew you got banned from WRC. They are on Season 3 now, mate. Season 3. And we're getting through Season 3 at the minute as well. It won't be long, and we're on Season 4. Gentlemen, yeah, it's Decker's. Yeah, Decker's in the. He's in the Jack Crossley comms chat, mate. Well, we don't have racing this lap like I thought we would, so we're going to have 2 final laps of racing. It's funny this, because this is exactly how my race for the Australian League this morning finished off. Had a safety car on the final laps and then had 2 final laps of racing. However, on the final 2 laps, I didn't realise that my my mic was muted, so the whole race winning commentary was not on. So that was quite funny, but I won't be doing that for you guys, don't worry. We'll have the commentary for the end of this. Chinaman, call it, Jack. Who wins? Oh, it's a hard one to call at the minute. Milk's all the way down in 7, by the way. I don't know what's happened to him. I didn't even realise. But, at the minute, I honestly think with the pace that I've seen, I think Mikey takes this. I think Mikey will take this. If Milk was up there, I would have given it to Milk, to be honest. But I think Mikey gets it today. I really, really do. Milk's too far out for it. Sidemen's really had good pace, but Mikey's just been the one coming out of the battles ahead most, in my opinion. So I think it's going to be him. Oh, Deck, no way. Mate, we need to see if we can get you back in here, if it wasn't so severe. Oh, hang on a minute, that was a crash. I heard a bit of a crash there. Somebody hit a bit of a... Yeah, I think that was Jack there. He's got front wing damage on the front right. Oh, Milk hit the safety car and lost end plate. Oh, my bad, mate. I didn't even see that. Thanks for telling me. I should have seen that. Completely missed it. Deck, Ollie Southall has told you to DM him on Discord, and you might be able to get back in potentially. But here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go racing again for the final 2 laps. My money's on F1 Mikey Boy, but can Sidemen prove me wrong? In towards turn 1 we go. The penultimate lap of the Grand Prix begins, and Matt Connor is already up the inside line. He's come out of absolutely nowhere, forcing Sidemen to lose a place, and now Matt Connor gets up, gains a place then, up to 2nd place. Mikey now leads still through the first few corners and actually holding it very well by half a second at the moment, ahead of Matt Connor, who made a very, very ballsy dive up the inside of Sidemen on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. But Matt getting very confident at the minute, and we look to the drivers behind. Hi-Fi, Austin, Burr, Milk, and Jack. Milk's making places, and he's up to P6 today, trying to get through as much as he can now on the final few laps. Got Austin in front of him. We head through now towards the main back straight then. Is Milk going to make an overtake here on Austin Burr? It's looking maybe likely. He looks for the outside line all the way down in towards the the final corner. Still not enough, because we look to the front few drivers. F1 Mikey Boy is going to go on to the final lap of the Grand Prix as your leader. Lap 29 of 29. He takes the fastest lap, quickly beaten by Matt Connor, then beaten by Milk, who does get a place gained on Austin Burr. Matt Connor, 2nd place, Sidemen in 3. Your podium looking really nice at the minute, and I think we might just get it finishing in this order. The final lap of the race comes around, and Mikey now leading by 0.6 of a second through the first sector here in Miami. It is absolutely looking like it's going to go down his way today if he can keep it up. But Jack with a 3-second time penalty, then the first driver with a penalty here at the minute. We've had penalties earlier on, of course, but all of those drivers have retired. Now we only have Jack in P7 with a time penalty, which isn't really going to matter too much anymore. He's 7th place and pretty much last in this race, so not going to matter too much. Of course, no points to get as well. But it has been a sensational drive from the front 3 drivers, and Milk as well, who, look at him on the final lap, is making his way through the order. He's gaining so quickly on Sidemen in front, but I don't think he'll have enough time here. This is the final lap of the race. Can he maybe make some overtakes on the guys in front at the end? It isn't looking likely, but it's absolutely looking likely that Mikey is the leader of this race, and he's going to win when he gets towards the line. He has driven an absolutely brilliant race at this moment in time. 29 long laps of racing as Sidemen tries to get ahead of Matt Connor now to change the order of the race. Into 2nd place he goes. Mikey's not got no competition. He's driven brilliantly today. He wins the Miami Grand Prix in the social race. Sidemen takes 2nd place this evening. Matt Connor comes home for 3rd, and Milk 4 as Austin Burr 5, Hi-Fi 6, Jack 7, and Pooley in 8. Well, there we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing results for tonight's Grand Prix. It is looking nice for the social race. If we get the results, there we go. Race winner. When we get the results, there we go. Race winner for F1 Mikey Boy. Fastest lap for TMS Milk. Driver of the day for Milk. Most overtakes for him as well. And the cleanest driver goes to Pooley. Here's your finishing results then, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey leads and wins this Grand Prix tonight. It is Sidemen second place and Matt Connor in third. Now we're going to try and get some interviews if the top three drivers want them. Luke West in the chat, have a great bank holiday. I'm sure I'll be back in the future. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you coming in tonight. Have a nice evening and a nice bank holiday. We're going to try and get on with your interviews now. Just bear with me while I get everything sorted. Good comms. Thank you very much, Hi-Fi. Great racing from you, mate. But yeah, bear with me then when I get the... Oh, they're already in there. Never mind. Hello, guys. Hello. Let me just get the audio sorted. Hang on a minute. And then... I was just getting a message ready for all of you saying, if you want an interview, get in here. But you're already waiting for me, so good stuff. Right.
Yeah, we were in a party, so I told him.
Perfect. Right. Mikey, let's start with you. Social race, and you've took the race by storm. Quite a nice one. Give us your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I was lucky Milk's lag took him into the back of the safety car and gave him damage on the restart, to be honest. I think with softs he would have won because he had the fresher softs because he didn't run in quali. But if the safety car hadn't come out, I think I'd have had him because he had mediums, not hard. So yeah, it was a good race, good fun. Didn't go to plan with the amount of stupid retirements and stupid driving, but
yeah,
you know, you can't help some people.
What was your favourite battle from today? We saw you in quite a lot of them.
Yeah, there's too many to remember, but I'd certainly say before the majority of the retirements, like you said on stream, lap 10 to 15, that was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
It was a shame about I Have No Grip because he had the pace to be up there as well. We were having a good battle. Sam obviously getting this live through under the VSC, which was annoying. But yeah, I'd say that battle there was really fun. Lots of swapping of positions, and then it just all went to shit for some people. But you know, thanks to those that stayed in, and thank you as well for the comms, mate.
No worries. At what point would you say you knew you had this in the bag? It looked like it was left pretty late.
Yeah, I'd say lap on the safety car restart, I felt quite comfortable because Milk got damage under it. He was lagging all over the place, so I was quite scared behind him. Yeah. But he got some damage and pit for a new front wing. So I thought as soon as he was in, I thought I'd be all right under the restart because I know what Sidemen's are like. He's setting him for second, so he bottled the restart.
Well, great race. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you racing on Tuesday, mate.
Yes, mate. Thanks for the comms. As always, I'll catch you later. And well done to everyone that stuck around and finished the race. It's good from those that stayed.
Cheers, mate. Right, second place. Which one of you was it? Because there was some action at the end, and I've completely forgot.
It was me, Simon.
Was it? Sideman, right then. Second place. Yeah. Great result, of course. Great racing from all of you today, actually. I think any of you guys deserved it, but second place is great. What's your thoughts on the race, mate?
A bit weird being back in here. It's been a while, but
yeah.
I thought that's probably one of the best races I've had in a while, and it's good to be back on podium.
Were you? I'm guessing by the sounds of that, you was not expecting this result at all. Then coming into this,
and Miami's definitely not one of my strong tracks, so pretty happy with the result.
We're in terms of if it's not one of your strong tracks, what would you say is the biggest kind of sector, corners, whatever that you struggle with around here?
Generally the sector one, it's just, with such low wings, keeping it nice and tidy, not losing too much time to the guys ahead.
Did you particularly struggle in qualifying to get a lap in, or would you say you struggled more in the race to keep it?
Definitely quality. I struggled to, maintain the pace throughout the entire lap, so I just kept going up and down on my delta. But in the race, it seemed to go pretty well. Good
stuff. Second place, mate. Great result. Of course, only a social race, but hopefully we can see you with that kind of performance in Tuesday, because that was very nice indeed, and it's quite refreshing to see you up there. So great result, and thanks for your time, mate.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks.
No worries. Matt Connor, third place.
Yeah, good third place, I reckon.
You happy with that?
Yeah, from where I started and everything that happened at the start, just to come through and manage to get third place is a good result, I think.
Is it come a bit of a surprise, or were you pretty confident with this?
It was a surprise. Yeah, I found myself in fourth or fifth, like midway through, and I didn't think anything of it. It was just like they were like 20, 30 seconds ahead, so I thought, this is my place here. But luckily, safety car came out. We all went on fresh softs and managed to get ahead.
Obviously, we saw you involved in a bit of action as well. Was there any particular favourite moment, overtake, or battles that you quite remember well?
Just getting in third place, honestly, like just managing to get to the end of the line. But yeah, unfortunately, I left the door open for Simon on the last corner, and he went for it. And yeah, I should have covered the inside, but yeah, it is what it is. It was fun to be there, though, regardless.
Well, great result from you, mate, and hopefully, we'll see you get this kind of result on the Tuesdays as well. It is refreshing to see you guys up here. It really, really is. But
yeah. Thank you for tonight. But yeah, hopefully, we'll be up there on Tuesday, maybe.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for all your time, guys. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Cheers.
Have a good evening, guys. Have a good bank holiday. Right then, everybody, that is it from me. Thanks for joining me on the WRC fun race in the evening. Have a good evening and good night.